Have you ever bought fitness equipment from one of those late night infomercials? Ever been sucked in by promises of amazing results? How about diets? Have you tried one you saw on the tube with any luck? Well, we're going to find out what will get you in shape and what will only give your wallet a workout right now on It's Your Call. Hello everyone, good to have you with us. I'm Lynn Doyle and you're looking at a few of literally dozens of fitness items available through infomercials, shopping networks, or online these days. This hour, we're going to talk to some experts who will separate fact from fiction when it comes to these goodies, and we'll talk about those too good to be true diet trends as well. Really good to have you with us. We are committed to getting you in great shape in 2010, and here to help us do it, a great panel of experts, including Dr. David B. Gelt. He is a sports medicine physician at Cooper Bone and Joint Institute. It's a part of the Cooper Institute University Hospital System over in New Jersey. Fernando Paredes is an expert who has more than 15 years experience as a fitness and performance coach. He's the founder of Fusion Fitness. That studio is in Doylestown, Pennsylvania. He's also a contributing fitness columnist for one of my favorite magazines, Philly Fit. And rounding out our panel is Heather Sylvester, who is a registered dietitian with Kennedy Health System. That's also in New Jersey. She's the coordinator for Life Steps. That's the weight management program there. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being here. I'm so excited to talk about all of these things I see on TV, because I have to tell you, folks, I am a sucker. When I see it on TV, I think, oh, I'm going to give that a try. How many of you are kind of interested in what you see on TV? Fernando, you do this all the time in fitness. How many times do you hear people say, well, I saw this on TV, will it work?
Always. I hear it all the time from my clients. I hear it all the time from family. It doesn't matter. Those infomercials can be very persuasive, but the bottom line that I always tell people is that what works at getting you fit and what sells are two totally different things, and you have to keep that in mind.
All right, so give us some suggestions on what we should be keeping in mind if, in fact, we are going to try one of the products that we see on TV.
Well, first off, you have to be realistic of what your goals are going to be. If you're a couch potato that hasn't been working out for years and all of a sudden you see something on the TV says, oh, look at me, and you see the models that are all ripped with six-packs and have no fat percentile, that's probably not going to be something that you're going to be able to do starting tomorrow. So it's something that you may want to look at. There's different levels on exercise programs. One may be better fit for you, depending on your level.
You know, that's absolutely true, because I think that before and after is probably the most effective form of advertising. When you can see yourself as the after, you're on that telephone or online faster than you can say your name, right? Exactly. But how often do you actually look like the after? I continue to look like the before.
Yeah. That's what happens to most people. And what happens also that you have to look at is those before and after pictures sometimes can be very deceiving. You know, you have to really, there's a lot that goes into that. Sometimes, you know, they may not be as accurate as they may look. So you need to keep that in mind as well.
You know, Heather, not only do we get sucked in by that before and after photo or by the idea that, oh, this will be so easy for me to do at home, but we sometimes tend to forget that diet probably plays as much a role in how we look and how we feel and our health as any of these gimmicks or even a tried and true fitness program.
That's absolutely right. Very few people can lose weight with just exercise. That diet component is very critical in order to lose weight. And you really have to look at what the claims are as far as how much weight you're going to lose. Programs that say you'll lose 1 or 2 pounds a week are the healthy programs with realistic expectations. Mm-hmm. Don't expect to lose 20 pounds in a week.
Well, then when we see these pills that are, you know, sometimes sold over the counter, or you see them in the late night programming, you know, you think, oh, if I just took that, I might not even have to work out with Fernando here. I would just, I'd just lose the weight. Not really very effective, and probably not healthy for you either.
There's no magic bullet, I think, that people think there is, and something that's quick fix is not going to happen. I think also with the exercise programs, you have to realize that after you finish the program, whether it be something that's 90 days or 6 weeks, you have to realize that you may have to somehow have some sort of home maintenance program to keep up with it, or else you may just go back to where you were.
Yeah, so there has to be a commitment. See,
Absolutely.
I always thought the best advice that I got was that you had to have a commitment to improving your lifestyle and to make good choices, not just for a period of 6 weeks or 12 weeks or whatever the fitness program is, but basically for the rest of your life. Do you all agree with that?
Yes, and breaking that mentality of starting and stopping a diet is key for long-term success.
Yeah, let's not talk about diets. Diets are just nasty. Good healthy eating is the way to do it, right?
And that takes time. That takes time. I always tell my folks that, short-term thinking usually leads to long-term failure. So a person usually wants to feel good, they want to have energy, they want to be fit for the rest of their life. So if that's the case, that involves a certain commitment, a certain daily commitment, something that they can live with. So the program that they're going to follow should be something that can fit into their life.
But fitting it into your life is probably the biggest challenge, because for those who have careers or families or commitments, whatever it is, maybe that's why these things that they see in the infomercials or online or on shopping networks seem to appeal to them, because they think, I could do that on my own schedule. I don't have to make an appointment. If I can do it at 5 o'clock in the morning, okay. 7 o'clock at night. I mean, there has to be some advantage to being able to do this stuff in your basement.
Most definitely, and that fits the bill for a lot of people. The problem is, are they going to be able to keep it up? A lot of these products, they do fulfill a certain role, but is that the role that particular individual needs to fill? That's what you have to look at. Is it going to fit that person?
All right, let's talk about some of the items that are most popular. The one that has gotten a tremendous response from people that I know in my age group particularly, and I seem to see it on TV all the time, is this P90X. Mm-hmm. And for the sake of full disclosure, I have done that on several different occasions. I have not finished it because 90 days is a whole lot longer than you think.
Yeah, exactly.
I do. I am amazed at the people who are able to finish it, because it's not that the program is so hard, it's that it requires such a huge commitment of time, David.
I think that's totally true. Based on some details about it, it's about an hour a day for about 6 to 7 days, and it's a very big time commitment, especially if you have a job, kids, you want to do other things as well. With that type of thing, you really want to make sure that you have a time frame. If you know that an hour is too much, then you may not be able to do that type of program.
The good thing about that particular program, I'll tell you, is that it is very focused on warming up and stretching and cooling down afterward. It's not just, bang it out, the exercise. They really spend a lot of time getting your muscles warmed up before they put you through the rigors of the routine. And the concept there is that every day it's something different. So on one hand, people who, say, well, I get bored when I go to the gym and I do the same thing all the time, this is really appealing to them. But on the other, it's quite challenging if you're not already fit.
Exactly. It's very overall, the programming, the principles of that P90X program is sound, and they do spend some time with that warm up and the stretching and so forth, and that's very important, and they do incorporate a lot of variety. The problem that I have found, and in talking with different folks that have gone through the program, is that over time, the person's body burns out because it's just too much every single day. You need to allow your body to recover as well. I usually tell people, general rule of thumb, cut it in half, start with 3 days, see how your body responds, and then build from there.
Can you really get fit working out just 3 days a week?
Of course you can. I have clients that only work out twice a week. It's not what you do, it's how you do it. And every person's requirement is going to be a little bit different.
Now, I have to clarify and ask this question again. Can you get fit, or can you stay fit? See, my difference here is that, okay, if the couch potato that David referred to earlier wants to start, is 2 days a week going to do it? Or if someone like Heather, who's obviously quite fit already, if she does 2 days a week, is she going to maintain? Is there a difference?
There's a huge difference. Obviously, when you're trying to accomplish a goal, you have to be a bit more specific with what you're doing and how you're doing it. Maintenance is usually a lot easier. It's easier to maintain. So yeah, is there more of a frequency commitment and so forth, intensity commitment, how much effort you apply? Yes, that's true. But more is not better. Better is better. It's all about the quality of what you're doing.
And of course, you never want to injure yourself.
Absolutely. There's many times where people start. There's another Curves, for example, as far as a women's center that they go to. I don't know how many times I've had patients come in, they just start their exercising, they're not sure how to do it properly, and they come in and they get hurt, and then they actually gain more weight because they're not able to exercise at all, and they have to rehab that injury before they can get back to what they want to do as far as exercising.
So it's always good to at least have someone go through a program with you and kind of supervise it, even if you then eventually do it on your own.
If you know the proper mechanics